Friends. It's 7:40 in the morning. I'm in my hotel room in Delhi just before going to the airport. I wake up this morning and I saw my Facebook page discussion. It's fully heated, and I just want to reply to this video of Julian Assange, which is saying that actually all the wars in the world are created by media, and that the media basically brainwash people and push them, convince them into the war. My answer is that yes, it's 100% truth. 100% truth. Large masses of people, they cannot convince to go to the war, or to kind of validate the war, like by validating their politicians, unless they are really convinced. Like you need the ideology, you need something which they truly believe in order to swallow up that story. But in the same time, I feel like we should see all the sides of this war conflict. And for myself, I remember the moment of August 2020. Again, I was in Minsk, and again I was on the streets, and it was such a just such a cognitive dissonance in my head when after we came back from the streets, in which the revolution was basically just waving flowers and sign of victory to the cars that were passing on boulevard, and the cars were warning. That was the Minsk revolution basically. So when I came back home and we look on the internet what the national television is saying, guess what? They are presenting recipes for lasagna. Like nothing happened for them. Just few days after, they started to say that, there are some hooligans on the streets, and that's why the police, among their special police forces trained especially for this, has to dispel them. But nothing serious. I mean, it is not a revolution in the country. Nothing is happening. And this reminds me of Romania, Bucharest, 1990. I was still a child. I was 11, 12 years old. But I could see on the television what's happening. And being just a child in the countryside, I truly believed that television tells me the truth. And what was happening in television is that after Ceausescu, we had kind of the same neo-communist thing called Iliescu. Everyone knows in Romania this kind of things. And people, they realized that is the same Ceausescu, just rebranded. So they went on the streets. So guess what? Iliescu started to say, there are some hooligans in the streets, and they are doing drugs and stuff like this. So and what he did, actually, he called the miners. Like we had coal mining in Romania, a lot of miners, which they were of course, uneducated people. They were just doing their work there. And what he did, he called them, bring them to Bucharest, and these people, they brutally beat people on the street. 20 years later, in university, I remember these talks with some professors there, and they were telling us stories about what happened those days, in which we were kids and we were seeing on TV. And there was a very different perspective, and they were telling something like, oh, we were students back then, and we were just seeing what's happening, because being in Bucharest and knowing this guy Iliescu, that is also a communist party, is just the second rank in the communist party, and they just took the place of Ceausescu. We didn't want this. We wanted someone new, and this guy basically did this. He brainwashed, because there was just one channel. He brainwashed people that, oh, it's okay, it's not me which is the problem, it's actually these people which they doing drugs in the streets and they are hooligans, so let's just clear the streets. So just to know that these miners from the coal mine, they came to Bucharest and they beat students, they beat women, which they were not like they were educated people in those streets. They were not like someone which is, so they beat them with the chains and with the topor, with the axe. Like they were killing and they were beating. They were like really savage images. You can even find them in internet today. Romanians are ashamed of that because we allowed that to happen. And even today we don't know why this guy Iliescu was not put in prison. Trust me when I tell you that Lukashenko is exactly the same. It's no different, and I feel Putin is exactly the same. The problem with the media in the West is that they really don't know the nature of these guys. They really have no clue about it, and they are trapped in their own policies. And like, for example, I just came back from Belarus, where there was a revolution and that madness, and I come into my country and I see the headlines, something like when they were talking about the false elections in Belarus, they were saying allegedly stole elections, and in my head there is nothing allegedly. They were stolen. Like everyone knows that in Belarus. Is not a doubt about it. It's in Belarus, the only people that they are actually supporting Lukashenko is the one that are earning in the administration. That's all. Is no secret about this. And I feel the Western media and the Western politicians, even worse, they really don't know they have no clue about the nature of these guys. They don't realize that they are not really politicians, and they treat them like politicians. They are a gang of mobsters which they took over a country. It's exactly how it is. Why? Because they put all their relatives and friends, and oh, you take this factory, you take that petrol company, and all this, and everyone knows there. Like it's no secret. Like people are not talking, and they don't say it publicly, because in Belarus right now, if you put even a comment on Facebook which is not aligned with the Lukashenko, you'll get to jail. People don't know this. They think it's a free country. No way, friends. No way. I have a friend called Victor Fenchuk. You can check Facebook. Even now he is in jail since October. He never saw the court. We don't even know where he is, if he is still alive. My letter don't even come back. Okay, that's it. Thank you.